The skyward path, resilience, and inner ascent. In every human soul lies a longing, not merely to survive, but to live with divine purpose. Ancient Indian wisdom speaks of this as the upward movement of consciousness. The sky has always symbolized this higher aspiration, not as an object of admiration, but as a metaphor of spiritual evolution. The journey of skyward soul mirrors the flight of the high flyers, not in wings, but in wisdom. The eagle's ascent becomes an inner template for the seeker, not because of its physical might, but it embodies qualities revered in Indian spiritual traditions: vision, courage, and detachment. These qualities are not to be admired from afar, but to be internalized. Vision is the starting point. In the Upanishad, Nachiketa seeks not transcend pleasures but truth that liberates. Similarly, the spiritual aspirant must develop an inner eye to see beyond circumstances and illusions. Like the eagle that surveys from above, we are called to live from heightened awareness. This means making decisions based on long term wisdom, not short term gratification. In daily life, it is as simple as pausing before reacting, listening before speaking, and asking, does this choice align with my dharma? Resilience is next. Life is not without storms, but as Ashia in the Hebrew Bible avers, though those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. The Bhagavad Gita instructs, be ready in pain and pleasure. This steadiness is cultivated not in ashrams alone, but in the heart, thanks to everyday trials. The chaos of workplace, friction of relationships, pressure of deadlines, and every challenge becomes an invitation to rise, to respond with calmness and clarity instead of impulse. Then comes solitude. In Indian wisdom, silence is not emptiness but presence, but is considered a spiritual practice because in the soul hears. Quietude, the soul hears what noise conceals. The sages retreated to forests not to escape but to listen. Today, solitude might mean a few minutes of mindful silence before dawn. As Rumi says, the quieter you become, the more you hear. The unknown too must be embraced. The Rig Veda exhorts, let your soul stand cool and composed before a million universes. This is not a poetic fantasy but practical spirituality. Eventually, the spiritual path lifts us beyond dualities. Fear, desire, comparison, ego all begins to fall away. We stop identifying with the surface and start living with our essence. Tao Te Chang echoes this truth. When you let go of what you are, you become what you might be. We move from ego identity to true self. This is not renunciation of life, but the deepest embrace of it. We begin to live in the world in the spirit of Karma Yoga, with every breath as a step towards liberation. The symbol of God, the celestial mount of Vishnu, embodies this path. Garud does not fly aimlessly. He carries divine purpose. He is the fearless one, true bearer, embodiment of Dharma. The Garud, the Garud Puran tells us that detachment, devotion, and discernment are the wings of spiritual flight. The Gita says, withdraw your senses like a tortoise withdraws its limb. This is not delight but mastery. In Garuda's soaring, we are all reminded to carry the divine in all we do. The skyward path is not a distant ideal, it is a way of being accessible, practical, and profound.